world of colors. I'm Colors. This morning we're going to be making Mr. Happy Jingles. And this is what he looks like. He's a really cute little sock gnome. Really easy to make. He'd be really nice to have for Christmas. Everybody should have a Christmas gnome. So we're going to tell you about what supplies we're going to use to make him in just a minute. What we're going to use to make him is you're going to need some faux fur. I've got a 2 by 3 inch piece of faux fur for his back hair and a 2.5 by 2.5 piece of faux fur for his beard. I'm using white. And then we're going to use these strips of garland ties from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use 2 of these. We're going to use 2 pipe cleaners in the gold from Dollar Tree. 2 of those. We're going to use some vanilla color paint, acrylic paint, and some peach color. This is called Coral Cove, and this one is called Vanilla, and this Tester's Craft paint that I used. And then we're going to use some doorbells from Dollar Tree in gold. We're going to use 2 1-inch wood balls and a 1 1/4 inch wood ball. And I painted 2 of them in Coral Cove. And this one I mixed the vanilla and the Coral Cove together and got a color for the nose. These I glue on a stir stick, and that's how I paint them, on a paint stir stick. And then I just pop them off and they're ready to go on. So we're going to be using those. We're going to be using the large black sock, size 12 black sock from Dollar Tree. And then for the fleece, I got this brown plaid fleece I thought would be different for Christmas. And you need 2 5 by 7 pieces of it and an 8 by 11 inch piece of it. And then for the boots, we need a 4 by 5 inch piece of brown fleece or felt, whichever you have. And then we're going to use a candy cane. This is kind of a medium-sized candy cane. It came from Dollar Tree. They come 12 in a box, this size, for $1.25. And then you want your mini bows. We're going to use 2 of those. We're going to use some jute, a little bit of that. One of the Christmas hats from Dollar Tree. This is like the little faux fur hat. Seam ripper. And then we're going to use some rubber bands, some flat marbles, some polyester fiber fill, and our glue sticks, our glue gun, and a pair of scissors. So that's all we're going to use today. So come back and join us and we'll get started. The thing that we're going to do is the hat, and we'll set that aside after we get it done. So you want to take out your Santa hat with the faux fur on it. There's so many different hats this year at Dollar Tree that you do want to get the one with the faux fur. And we're going to take it and measure it 7 inches down. We come to 7 inches. Let's see if I can get my marker to open up here. Come to 7 inches and we'll just mark it slightly. And then you just want to cut it across. Like that. Now we're going to use the bottom part of this for the bottom part of the faux fur on the hat. But we'll have a lot of this left over, and I am going to do a project coming up using that leftover red faux fur, so you want to hang on to that. You just want to find a thread here. Well, There we go. And you just want to keep working at it till you get about a 10-inch piece of this loose. It's not real hard to do. I know you think I'm a liar right now, but there you see the red threads there. And it just starts coming apart. And I'll get my piece ready here and I'll be right back with you. My piece all taken away here, all the threads off of it, all the little red threads pulled off of it. And then what we want to do is glue this up. We're going to glue the bottom, glue it together again. That, just put up like that. And then we'll put it on here. Just like put the middle part of this on the front middle. We're going to glue it down here at the bottom. So I've got my glue about a 1/4 inch down up on the hat, and we're going to put that right on there. And I'm going to let it set up. I have the hat flipped over. This is the back of the hat. And we want to just put our glue about a 1/4 inch up. Like that. And then we'll just take what we have left of the white fur. This is using a 10-inch piece. And fold it over onto there, and we'll let that set up. So you want to make sure that you glue this little seam down right here. So put some glue in there and hold that together. Glue that little seam down. And then the hat will be finished. We'll set it aside and continue on. And I'll be right back to do that. What we're going to do is the body. So you want to take out your big black sock from Dollar Tree. And just go ahead and cut it across the heel like that. And then we're going to keep this part for the arms, so keep that part. And right now we're going to do the body. So just open it up and put some marbles in the bottom of it. This is your basic sock gnome. Well, I always probably put too many marbles in. And then we want to fill it with polyester fiber fill. I'm going to fill this up and I'll be right back with you. Got it filled up with polyester fiber fill, and you just want to put your rubber band at the top. Like that. And then we'll take the jute and secure the rubber band. So if the rubber band ever comes apart, they say when they get older they come apart, you'll have the jute to reinforce it. So that's the body, and we're going to just continue right on and do the arms. You want to take that piece that you cut off. We're going to cut that again. Make it straight there. And then the top of the sock is going to be the bottom of the arms. It's all nice and sewn up for us, and so that's going to be the bottom of the arms. And this will be the raw edge is the part that we're going to attach to the gnome. So we're going to go ahead and cut this piece in half. Like that. And then we're going to open it up, lay the inside part down like that, and then you want to run your glue pretty close to the edge. Give yourself a little bit. And then just lay that up there, making sure that the part that's going to be on the hand is right together, right, even. This is going to be too long. I'm going to cut it off and make it the right size in a minute. So then you do the same thing with the next one. And I'll let them set up. So I cut 1 inch off each one of them to get them a little bit closer to, I don't want them to be too long. So 1 inch off each one of them. Then is what we're going to do is turn them right side out. Like that, and then we're going to fill them with polyester fiberfill. I fill from both ends. I'll put, you know, half in that end and then start filling from that end. It's a little messier to fill from this end, but you have to do what you can do. Fill it in there. I'm going to get both of these filled and I'll be right back with you. The next thing we need to do is go ahead and take our rubber band and get the end all secured here. We'll go ahead and tie it with the jute. This is a real nice gnome to have for Christmas. When you get it finished, it's well worth the time to make it. So I've got that tied off. I'm going to attach the hand. This is a 1 inch wood ball that I painted in the Coral Cove color from Tester's Craft Paint. You just kind of push the cuff into the glue area. Get that glue down there good. And I'm going to set those aside. And I'll be right back with you. So the next thing we want to do is put the sleeves on the arms. So you take out your 2 5x7 pieces of fleece. And I cut mine on the edge of the yard. I cut it right on the edge so I'd have this special little piece that kind of beads along the edge. And so I just thought that was a nice little detail to use. And this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 5x7 piece and I'm going to glue down just the edge of over here. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm going to glue this down. So my hands are going to get a little gluey here. Just fold this over like that. And then you lay your arm on there. You roll your fleece around your arm. And this is how we're going to glue it, like that. Right onto what the little hem I just made. So leave it like that. Put some more glue up here. Not too close to the edge because you don't want it to squeeze out. And then just roll that right into there. And let that set up. I'll be right back with you. You want to tie off the end again with the sleeves on there. So you find where you could feel the rubber band from doing the sleeves, or the arms, I'm sorry. And just wrap it around there. And then tie it off with some jute. I got this brown plaid fleece from Joann's. Cut that off. And then go ahead and cut off the extra fleece here. I went down to about where the other came out. The arm part came out, and cut that down to make them even. And I've got the other one already done. So we've got those done. The next thing that I want to do is go ahead and put his coat on. This is his long coat that he's wearing. So take out your 8x11 inch piece of the brown plaid fleece or whatever fabric you're using, and you want to, this is how it's going to be going on him. I cut it on the edge. I've got this extra piece of detail on there for the front of the coat, and we're just going to go ahead and glue it on. We're going to put it right to the edge down here on the bottom. And I'm going to glue it down. Just a little bit of glue on there. And then I'm going to glue it, roll it right into the other piece. That doesn't have to have a hem on it or anything. You're going to have to squeeze it and roll it into the other piece. So let me put some glue on there. So we want to roll it right into there and let that set up. So we want to take out our nose next. And we're going to attach the nose right at the top of where you have the trim on the coat. We'll attach the nose. There's a 1 1/4 inch wood ball. And I'll let that set up. Go ahead and drop some glue in the sides of the coat there, and then push it up against the nose and let that set up. Next is what we're going to do is attach the arms. So we want to make sure the seam is facing down, and go ahead and put the arms on right here, right on the back of this stub here. I'm gonna get some more glue here. So seam is down. I'm putting some glue on there. And just like on that half of the stub, because we're going to put another one on in a minute that we're going to need some space for. So we'll leave it, put it on that half, and leave this space for this one. And then I am going to glue this down onto the coat. Just put a little bit of glue right here and glue it down so they're not just flung out like that. So I'll do the other arm and I'll glue them both down, and I'll be right back with you. I want to take out your 2.5 by 2.5 inch piece of faux fur, and we're going to attach the beard. Got the arms all attached, and we're going to attach the beard. So you want to cut a slit down the middle, turn it over and cut a slit down the middle that'll go around the nose, about 1 inch. And then we're just going to pull that up around the nose like that. And then we're going to glue the two sides to the little stub, the black stub. Like that. And I'll let that set up. I'll be right back to put the hat on. So we got the beard on. Now we're going to put the hat on. I put some polyester fiber fill in, but I didn't put it up here in the top because I want that to fall over like that. So it just comes to about here inside. And we're going to make sure the seam is in the middle and the back. Put a little glue on the top of the nose to get us started. Like that. And I'll let that set up. It's important to give that a couple minutes to set up that top piece right here. We're going to put some glue on the sides. So you just want to pump it up in there, about 3 pumps into the side of the arm, and then it's gonna leak down onto the arm without being on the outside. So I'll do this side. Obviously you want to make sure your little nozzle's cleaned off when you do that. So hold that down so that it can just drip down and get on the arms. And in a minute we're going to come back and I'm going to attach this back hair here. And we'll continue on. The sides glued on, the front glued on, and we want to just turn around to the back and take that 2 inch by 3 inch piece of back hair piece, which I have right here, and you want to put some glue right in the middle, and this glue it to the middle of the back. Let that set up a little bit, and then glue both the sides in place. And that's how we do the back hair. So I'll do mine and I'll be right back with you. On the back hair, after you get that the top 2 sides glued, just go ahead and put some glue on the back of the hair and glue it down there, and it'll hold everything down that way. So you've got that all done. We want to do the shoes, the boots, next. So you want to take out your brown felt or fleece. It's a 4 inch by 5 inch piece. And your bells, your door knob hanger in gold. because we wanted the gold bells. And you just want to take and glue this little crown piece on the bell. Glue that down onto it because it doesn't want to be glued on there, so we're going to glue it on there. And then we cut the 2 bells off. We'll save these for another project. Set those aside for a minute. Take your piece of brown IF felt, and then we're just gonna cut around it like that. I think I'll cut it a little thinner right here. Like that. And then you want to put them next to each other. And we'll glue them right down like that. I think I'll cut those a little thinner. I'm not wanting them to stick out the sides of the gnome. Like that. And then put them on this, perfect. Like that. So we're going to put some glue on the back here. And just set this right on there. I'll let that set up and then we'll put the bells on. Put the bells on, you just want to put glue on the top and bottom of the bell. Like that. See if I can get this down here. So that you're putting glue on the boot and glue on the coat. So it's glued right in there like that. I'm going to hold that a minute and I'm going to put the other one on and I'll be right back and we'll do the wreath. We're going to make his wreath. So you just want to take the green ties, I forget what they're calling them, garland ties. Get the green ties. Here we go. Wired garland ties, 12 piece. I get these every year, a couple bags of them. I can use them for a lot of things. So you get those, cross them over, tie them together. Just keep wrapping them. Then bring it around about the size that you want it. And then tie it again. And then I wanted it to be a little sparkly, so I took and added the pipe cleaners. Just wrapped them around like that. There's the wreath, and then I took the little mini bows, tighten that up a little bit, and then just clip it. let's glue those on. Now I got these at Dollar Tree, these little mini bows. All these things I used to make the wreath came from Dollar Tree. And then you just want to take and put glue on both the hands and put your wreath on there. Put glue on both the hands like that. And put your wreath on the glue and hold it till it sets up. So he's all finished now. That's all it takes to make him, and everybody should have a Christmas gnome. So I appreciate you coming and spending this time with us this morning. If you like this video, make sure to like it. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.